Tim Burns, and you're watching Oakland Connection. I'm here with Joe Del Judas. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thanks. Glad to have you here.
We're here at Pasquales restaurant in Royal Oak, which is a landmark on Woodward Avenue, and you've been open since 1954.
Yes, my father opened in 1954 in a location across the street, and we moved here in 1971. So we've been on Woodward Avenue for quite a long time, and we've had people coming in with their grandkids that came here on their first date. So been around a long time.
And I always think of this place for its pasta. Tell us a little bit about what you specialize in.
Well, our specialties are our pizza and our pasta. That's what we're most known for. And we make two kinds of pizzas. We make the deep dish and the original. The deep dish is the thicker crust. And we can bring one of our pizzas over and let you take a look at it.
Sure.
This is one of our pizzas with the original crust, which is all hand tossed and made by hand. We use the finest pepperoni. We use margarita, which is the imported pepperoni.
Okay.
And this is for the non-meat lovers. This is our Teresa pizza, which is named after my niece, and it's all vegetarian.
Okay.
And these are our thinner crust, and the pepperoni pizza is still the most popular pizza around. That's the one thing that people order the most.
Now, what difference does hand tossing the pizza make?
A lot of hand tossing. It gives it a little bit more of air into the crust, into the dough, and it makes it cook nicer than something that's formed flat and just put through a conveyor. So it's stretched out better, and it gets to rise a little better when you're cooking it.
And you'd say this is one of your most popular dishes?
Our most popular thing is our pizza and our pasta orders, like spaghetti and lasagnas and that type of thing. That's our most popular. Like, I can ever bring a couple of our pastas over. You can take a look at those too.
Now, when we're talking about the pastas and type of food you cook, is there a terminology for that? Is like just Italian, or is there a type of Italian cooking?
It's what I would call more of down-home Italian, sort of like an Italian grandmother would make, as opposed to something that's more of a high cuisine, like Northern Italian, where they're more concentrated with fishes and meats, and they do a lot of sauces. Most of our pastas are done in a Neapolitan style because my dad's family and his mother and father were born in the Naples area. Okay. And these are some of our pastas that we use. Like, this is our rotini noodle, and this has our homemade marinara sauce. And then these are our stuffed shells, which are stuffed with a blend of meats and Asiago cheese that we make ourselves with a sauce on top. And then this is our vegetarian lasagna. We make three kinds of lasagnas, basically. We make a vegetarian, which is all vegetarian. Okay. We make a low-calorie one, which instead of meat inside, it has all ground vegetable to resemble like a veggie burger. And then we make our regular lasagna, which is with meat, mushroom, and cheese, which is more of the traditional type lasagna. Okay.
And then do you have the meat sauce, or is this the marinara sauce on?
This one has marinara sauce because it's vegetarian. But our regular lasagna has meat sauce because, again, it has the meat in it.
Do you have a secret recipe for your sauces?
Oh, yeah, we can't tell anybody the secret recipe. It's my grandfather's recipe, because everybody thinks in our family that my grandmother was a good cook too, but my mother can't cook. So it's all my father's and my grandfather's recipes.
Now I have a question in regards to the pasta here. Tell us a little bit about the different types of noodles that are involved in the different pastas.
There's so many noodles, it's frightening when you start to look at it, but this is called a rotini, which is basically a corkscrew. And the Italians believe that with the pasta, that every pasta, the shape enhances the taste, makes the sauce taste a different way. So if you're eating a thin spaghetti, like an angel hair, or you're eating something thicker, like a fettuccine noodle, they believe it's a whole different taste sensation than just a pasta with sauce on top of it. Right. So the shape has a lot to do with the flavor and how it absorbs the sauce, how it tastes when you eat it.
Now, I know in you often think of spaghetti with the thin, long noodles.
Right.
I know when my grandmother makes it, she makes it with the circular, kind of hollow, bigger, rounder shell noodles. What type of, do you do it multiple ways, or do you do the, how do you do
We have all
this?
kinds. I mean,
Okay.
this is just a sample. We have
Right.
mastacholi, we have fettuccine, we have linguine noodles, we have, penne. I mean, it's all different shapes of pasta.
Okay.
And like I said, these are just some different examples, but we also do, the more traditional, just spaghetti, or we also do ravioli, which are basically like sort of a little hat shaped with meat or cheese stuffed inside of them.
Okay.
Which is, also very traditional Italian pasta.
All right.
But there's, quite a few varieties. I think one time I was reading there's actually a pasta museum in Italy, and they have I think 5,000 different kinds of pasta there.
Now, do you
shapes.
mix these up with different specials at times? Or?
Oh yeah, we do different specials. We have different specials every week, or every week or 2 weeks. And, we do some things that we don't have on our menu. But, for example, the stuffed shells was just a special that we used to have only, in a rotation of about every 6 weeks. And we had so many demands for it that we had to put it on the regular menu.
Okay. Great. Well, this stuff looks really, really good.
Oh, it is. Everything's homemade, and like I said, mostly everything is my grandfather and father's recipes that we've been using for the last 57 years.
Okay. And if people want to come here to eat, is it best to make reservations or just to pop in?
We don't really take reservations. We're more of a casual, family-style restaurant. I mean, if you have a really large party, you can call us and give us a warning. That you have a big plan. We'll try to get something ready for you as quick as possible. Because on the weekends, we probably go through 1,000 to 1,200 people on a Friday night, so it's
They keep you on your toes here.
It's pretty busy, and we seat around 400 people upstairs, so the rotation and the turnover is pretty fast, so people really don't have to wait that long. Usually when we do have a wait, it's only, maybe 10, 15 minutes for a larger party, maybe a little longer.
Well, it's nice to be able to go and support a locally owned family small business, and we appreciate having you in the community here.
Thank you. We like being here.
Now, what else do we have here?
Well, we have some other things, too, that we could show you. We have one of our... this is one of our other most popular things, is our antipasto salad. And our other most popular thing that we sell a lot of is our homemade bread and garlic sticks. And the antipasto salad, actually, if you translate from Italian, antipasto means before your pasta.
Okay.
And so the more traditional way is a lot of times in Italians they served Italian dinners, they served ham, salami, cheese, these different things, just that. But we've combined it with a salad, and this is one of our most popular items. And it has Italian salami, provolone cheese, ham, and then a different mix of vegetables in the lettuce, and tomatoes, cucumbers. And usually it's real popular with our bread. And these are homemade garlic sticks, which are a variation of our pizza dough. And then we brush them with a vegetable oil and garlic and salt and bake them in the oven.
Okay.
And then these are our rolls that we also, make here. We try to make as much as we can in-house, as opposed to just buying it and warming it up and selling it.
And you have that counter when you come in. People can get some stuff to go as well.
Oh yeah, we make all our own pastries, and we have a pastry chef on staff, and she makes everything, and you can get everything to go.
Okay, great.
We do larger sizes, and then we also do a lot of more traditional, this is a chicken dish, this is chicken cacciatore, and we do a lot of cacciatore, scallopini, picante, marsala, which are all traditional Italian sauces that are served either over, this is a chicken breast, or we do it over veal. And this is basically a very fresh tomato sauce with celery, fresh celery, mushrooms, peppers, and spices. And then, like I said, you can also get these all with veal dishes also, and we do a marsala sauce, which has the marsala wine, which is more of a brown. Then we do this traditional scallopini, which is also a brown sauce with mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
And we serve that over chicken and veal also.
Right. Now, we said you don't need reservations to come here, but what if you have a larger group or party? You have banquet facilities?
Oh yeah, we have banquet facilities. We do a lot of wedding rehearsals, memorial luncheons. We even do some small weddings. We have a small room that seats approximately around 35 people. That's a private room, and then we have another larger room that seats up to about 120.
Okay.
And then we have rooms, not exactly closed off, but we have areas upstairs where we can do smaller parties of 15 or 20.
Okay.
If they call ahead.
Right, well, it is actually a pretty big square footage for the restaurant here.
Well, it kind of grew with, like a family, it grows. I mean, when my dad first opened it, it was probably roughly around half the size. I mean, it was a lot bigger than our first location, but we've added on to it, through the years. Like we made our bar area, which is half of our upstairs, much larger in the last 7 years, and then we added on to the back of the restaurant, several years ago too, to make room for all the people that come in. So
right.
It's
So
gotten bigger.
You mentioned the pastries. What type of desserts do you have?
Well, we serve traditional Italian desserts, like we serve cannolis and we serve tiramisu, which are traditional Italian ones, but we also make a lot of our own desserts that are our own interpretations. We make great carrot cake, we make black swan, which is a triple chocolate cake. We make a Vesuvio cake, which is named after the mountain Vesuvio, where my grandparents lived very close to.
Okay.
And it's a cake that's made with chocolate mousse, white chocolate mousse, and a chocolate ganache, and it's one of our most popular cakes.
Yeah. Making my lips water a little bit here.
Well, we can get you one before you go. You'll have to try it. It's good.
So now, what's your favorite dish on the menu?
Well, I hate to say it, I'm a traditional Italian. I have to have my pasta almost every day.
Okay.
Some kind of spaghetti or angel hair. I like it just plain with meat sauce. And what's one thing is in America they like a lot of sauce on it. And when you go to Italy, a lot of our customers will come back and they say, "Wow, they don't give you any sauce in Italy." But if you get a big plate of pasta in Italy, they just put some sauce. It's more of a European way of eating it with less sauce. But American people like a lot of sauce on it, so I eat mine a little less sauce than usual.
Now, what's your take, meat sauce versus non-meat?
Well, I'm a meat eater, so I like meat sauce. You see, I'm used to, like we make our meat sauce and our tomato sauce much like my grandmother made it, and it cooked all day. It cooks for hours and hours, and that's the traditional way. And the meat flavored the sauce. So to me, it gives it a lot of flavor, even though there might even not be a lot of meat in it. It just does give it a lot of flavor.
So your restaurant, in addition to doing the hand toss and the pizzas, you really have that hands-on touch with everything. You don't really have a lot of pre-processed type food.
Oh no, we don't really. We make all our own sauces. We even make most of our salad dressings, the bread. All that's made right here.
Okay. And if someone hasn't been to Pasquales before, what is something that you would want them to know about the restaurant?
Well, we want them to know that, we're like a family and we like to take care of people like their family, and, we want everyone to come here and have a good time and be happy and have a good meal.
Okay.
And that's what's important to us. And, a lot of our business, since my dad's opened and we've been here so long, is repeat business. So like I said, we've had people coming in with their grandchildren that came here on their first date. So it's kind of nice to know that you can keep the same customers for that, long of a period of time.
Now, have you found, is there a difference in what the different generations are tending to order?
Not really. It's more of, it's a pasta and pizza type of thing, and people remember what they ordered when they were kids, and they have it when they're adults. And, I've had to bring a few desserts so you can take a look at them, too.
Okay.
Take a look at some of our desserts, because they're worth saving room for. This is our tiramisu, which is one of our most traditional Italian. And this is actually, they take lady fingers, they're soaked in espresso and 3 different kinds of Italian liqueur. And then it has a mascarpone sweet cheese and an icing, and then we drizzle with chocolate. Okay. And this, again, is another traditional Italian. This is the cannoli, which is stuffed with like a custard and chocolate chips and then peanuts. And then this is our variation on the cannoli. These are actually little mini cannolis, but they're stuffed with a mascarpone cheese. And then we hand dip them in chocolate ourselves. And then they have a candy sprinkle finish.
Okay.
So these are 3 of the more traditional Italian desserts. And then this is something that's not traditionally Italian, but it's traditionally good here, and it's our German chocolate cake.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I want you to feel that. How much coconut and everything.
Oh, I got to go to the gym to pick that.
Yeah.
That's a hefty piece.
It's amazing when we use all fresh ingredients, real ingredients. It does make a difference in how it tastes.
Right.
And we have a lot of people that just come in and they'll eat dessert and that's it.
I could see myself doing that, but I've also been here plenty of times and enjoyed your pasta, and I would recommend that you enjoy the whole full course meal.
Exactly. You can always take the dessert home for later. It's a good midnight snack.
Now, if someone wants to find you, we mentioned you're on Woodward, but what's the cross streets?
We're right on Woodward. We're on the west side of Woodward. We're north of 13 and south of Normandy. And we have a page on Facebook. We do work with Groupon. We have our own website, so you can just do pasqualesrestaurant.com, and it'll show you the map and everywhere else we're at.
Okay.
And also on our Facebook, we'll tell where it's at Pasquales Restaurant in Royal Oak.
All right. Well, thank you for hosting us today.
Thank you for coming.
And encourage everyone to drive down Woodward and enjoy Pasquales. And I also encourage you to stay connected with Oakland Connection, and visit us on Facebook and Twitter as well at Oak Connection. And we'll see you next time. I'm Tim Burns.